The room was cold and silent. Only the sound of machines filled the air. A young human, barely more than 20, opened his eyes slowly. His vision was blurry at first, then shapes began to take form. Silver walls, glowing tubes of green light, and strange alien symbols surrounded him. He realized he was lying on a metal table. His arms were strapped down, but the restraints looked loose, as if they were not made for human wrists. He tried to move, but a sharp pain shot through his chest. He gasped and looked down. Something strange was pressing under his skin like a hidden bulge trying to break free. Panic rose inside him. Standing near him was an alien doctor. The doctor's skin was pale blue, his large black eyes reflecting the light of the room. He wore a long white coat, though it was nothing like human clothing. It shimmered like liquid metal. The doctor leaned closer, his voice low and urgent. "I gave you the wrong serum," the alien whispered. "No one can know." The words cut through the silence like a blade. The young man froze. His mind raced with questions. Wrong serum? What does he mean? Why must no one know? The alien's hands trembled as he adjusted the glowing tubes connected to the machines. Sweat, or something like it, glistened on his skin. The doctor was afraid, not of the human, but of something greater, something hidden. The young man tried to speak, his throat dry. What did you do to me?" The alien shook his head quickly. "Quiet. If they hear us, we are both finished." Pain spread through the human's chest again. He clenched his teeth, struggling against it. He could feel something moving inside him, like liquid fire running through his veins. His heart raced faster and his skin felt hot, burning from within. He lifted his head slightly and saw the other tables in the room. On them lay bodies, other humans, lifeless, their faces pale. Some were half covered with sheets, others still, connected to wires and tubes. A cold shiver ran down his spine. Were they test subjects? Were they dead because of the same serum? Fear turned into anger. "Why am I alive?" he whispered, his voice shaking. The alien doctor's eyes darted toward the door. He leaned in closer. "Because you are different. The serum kills most humans, but in you, it survives. It grows. That is why no one can know." The young man's chest pulsed again, the bulge pushing harder against his skin. He groaned, clutching the edge of the table. The pain was unbearable, yet there was also a strange power in it. His vision sharpened. The humming machines grew louder, every sound clearer than before. He could even hear the doctor's rapid heartbeat. The alien stepped back, his face pale. "You must hide it," he said firmly. "If the others see, they will destroy you." The young man's breathing grew heavy. He tried to calm himself, but his body kept reacting. His muscles tightened, veins glowed faintly beneath his skin, and his hands shook with unnatural strength. "What is happening to me?" he demanded. The alien swallowed hard. "You carry something not meant for your kind. A weapon. A secret. If my people discover it, they will end you before you can understand what you are becoming." The human looked again at the lifeless bodies around him. He realized the truth. He was not supposed to live. He was supposed to die like the others. But instead, the serum had chosen him, reshaping him into something new. The door suddenly hissed. A sharp beep echoed in the room. Someone was coming. The alien doctor's eyes widened in panic. He grabbed the human's arm tightly. "Listen, to me. Do not speak of this. Do not show them. No one must ever know what I gave you." The human's body trembled as the bulge in his chest pulsed again, glowing faintly under his skin. He clenched his fists, his mind a storm of fear and confusion. Whoever was coming through that door must not see. The door slid open and two tall aliens stepped inside. Their skin was darker, their uniforms heavy with armor. They scanned the room with cold, emotionless eyes. The human froze, forcing his body still, hiding the pain and the glow beneath his chest. The alien doctor straightened quickly, his voice calm now. "Routine testing," he said. "The subject is stable." The guards exchanged a look but said nothing. They walked past, checking the machines briefly before leaving. The door hissed shut again. Only then did the doctor release a shaky breath. He turned back to the human, his face full of fear. "You are alive," he whispered. "But that is the danger. Alive. You are the secret that could destroy us all." The human lay back on the table, heart pounding, the bulge in his body still, throbbing with unnatural energy. He didn't know what the serum was doing to him, but one thing was clear. His life would never be the same again, and the secret inside him was just beginning to awaken. The room was quiet again, but the silence felt heavier than before. The young human lay on the table, his chest still throbbing with that strange glowing bulge. His mind was filled with questions, but fear held his tongue. He could still hear the alien doctor's warning. No one can know. The doctor moved quickly now, checking the machines and adjusting glowing tubes. His large black eyes darted nervously toward the door every few seconds. He looked like a man carrying a deadly secret. The young human whispered, "Tell me the truth. What did you inject me with?" The alien froze. For a long moment he did not answer. His hands trembled as he touched the controls. Finally, in a voice almost too low to hear, he said, "The serum was made for soldiers, not for you." The human frowned. "Soldiers?" "Yes," the doctor admitted. "A formula to make my people stronger, faster, almost impossible to kill. But it failed. Every soldier we tested died. Their bodies rejected the power. They burned from the inside." The human's eyes shifted to the lifeless bodies on the other tables. His stomach tightened. Now he understood. Those weren't failed humans. They were failed experiments, victims of the same serum. "Then why am I still alive?" he asked. The alien doctor looked at him with fear. "Because you are human. Your kind is different. We thought humans were weak, fragile. But your body adapts in ways ours cannot. The serum is alive inside you. It grows, it changes, and it accepts you." The word sent a shiver down his spine. Alive inside him? The bulge in his chest pulsed, again as if answering the doctor's claim. "But why hide it?" he pressed. "If it works, won't your people want it?" The alien shook his head fiercely. "No. If they discover you lived, they will tear you apart to study why. They will cut you open piece by piece until they understand. And when they do, they will erase every trace, including you and me." The young man felt a chill crawl down his arms. He looked into the alien's dark eyes and realized something terrifying. The doctor wasn't protecting him out of kindness. He was protecting himself too. They were both trapped in the same dangerous secret. The machines around him beeped softly, their glowing screens showing alien symbols. He didn't understand them, but he could feel them. Somehow his senses were sharper now. The hum of electricity, the pulse of energy inside the wires, even the rhythm of the doctor's heartbeat. It all reached him with unnatural clarity. His body was changing. He whispered, "I can feel things I shouldn't. Sounds, lights, even your heartbeat." The doctor's face went pale. "It begins already," he murmured. "The serum is fusing with you. Your senses will grow. Your strength will grow. But so will the danger." The human's hands clenched. He didn't ask for this. He didn't want to be a part of alien experiments or carry a deadly secret in his blood. He only wanted answers. "What will happen to me?" he asked. The alien doctor hesitated. His gaze fell to the human's chest, where the bulge glowed faintly beneath the skin. His voice was grim. "I don't know. No one has ever survived this long." The words struck like thunder. He was the first, the only one. Whatever was happening inside him, no one had ever lived to see its end. Before he could speak again, a sound echoed through the corridor outside, heavy footsteps, voices speaking in the alien tongue. The doctor's eyes widened. "They are coming back," he whispered. "You must stay still. Do not let them see the change." The young man tried to steady his breathing. He forced his body to relax, though the serum burned inside him like fire. The bulge pulsed harder, as if resisting his control. The door hissed open. 2 guards entered, different from before. Their armor was heavier, their faces hidden behind dark helmets. One of them carried a scanning device, its glowing light sweeping across the room. The doctor stood tall, masking his fear. "Test subject. Remain stable," he reported calmly. "No changes." The guard with the scanner moved closer to the human. The light passed over his chest, and for a second, the serum inside him flared, glowing brighter. Panic struck him. What if the scanner detected it? But the doctor moved quickly, tapping a panel on the machine beside him. The scanner beeped once, then dimmed. The guard grunted, uninterested, and turned away. The 2 guards muttered something in their alien language, then left as silently as they came. The human exhaled in relief. His heart pounded, and the serum pulsed in rhythm, as if it had a heartbeat of its own. The doctor leaned close, whispering sharply, "Do you see? You are a danger. One mistake, one slip, and they will know." The human's jaw tightened. "Then what do you expect me to do? Pretend nothing is happening?" The doctor's expression was grim. "You must learn control, hide the changes, survive long enough, until we can find a way out." The human closed his eyes, trying to calm the storm inside him. But deep down he knew the truth. His body was no longer his own. The serum was alive, and it was only beginning to show its power. As the machines hummed and the room fell back into silence, one thought burned in his mind. How long until the secret inside him could no longer be hidden? The silence in the laboratory stretched for minutes. The young human sat up slowly on the table, his breathing heavy. Every beat of his heart felt different now, stronger, louder, as if something else was beating inside him. His skin itched, his bones ached, and the bulge in his chest pulsed like it wanted to break free. The alien doctor stood nearby, watching with fearful eyes. His long fingers tapped nervously against the metal console. "The changes are happening, faster than I expected," he whispered. "You must stay calm. If you lose control now, there will be no way to hide it." The young man pressed his hand against his chest. The glow under his skin flickered faintly, like embers inside a fire. "It feels alive," he said through gritted teeth. "Like it's moving, like it's trying to get out." The doctor stepped closer, lowering his voice. "The serum is not just a formula. It is part of us, a living construct made to merge with soldiers. But in you, it has found something new. It is rewriting your body." The words chilled him. Rewriting? Changing him into what? He looked again at the lifeless bodies on the other tables. Their silence was a warning. He did not want to end up like them. Suddenly, pain stabbed through his arm. He gasped and clutched it. The veins beneath his skin glowed faintly, spreading a blue light up toward his shoulder. He shook his head. "It's spreading." The alien doctor rushed forward, placing a cold hand against the glowing veins, his face twisted with awe and fear. "Your body accepts it. No human should be able to. Do you not understand? You are becoming something neither human nor alien." The young man's breathing grew ragged. His hearing sharpened again. He could hear distant footsteps in the corridors outside, whispers between guards, even the steady hum of power flowing through the machines. His senses stretched beyond what felt natural, and then his sight changed. The room brightened unnaturally. He could see heat radiating from the doctor's body, see the faint energy lines running through the machines. The world itself looked alive, filled with colors and patterns he had never seen before. "What is this?" he whispered, his voice shaking. "What's happening to me?" The doctor pulled back, his dark eyes wide. "The first transformation," he said. "The serum is unlocking abilities hidden in your kind. Strength, perception, perhaps more. But with every gift comes a danger. If you cannot master it, it will consume you." The young man slid off the table, his legs trembling but steady enough to hold him. He felt taller somehow, stronger, as though every muscle in his body had been rewired. He clenched his fist and felt raw power surging. Inside it, he looked down at his arm again. The blue glow faded slowly, but the skin where it had been still pulsed with energy. He could feel it there, like a second heartbeat, waiting to be called upon. "Why me?" he demanded. His voice echoed through the room, louder than he intended. The machine shook slightly as if responding to him. The doctor flinched. "You were never meant to survive," the alien admitted. "The serum was designed to destroy what was weak, but instead, it has found something to grow in. You are not a mistake. You are proof that humans may be stronger than we ever believed." The human's fists tightened. He remembered the alien's warning. No one can know. He realized the truth now. If the guards discovered what was happening inside him, he wouldn't live to see another sunrise. But he also realized something else. He was no longer helpless. A faint noise outside caught his attention, the sound of armored boots, several of them, coming closer. His sharpened hearing told him there were at least 4 guards approaching. He looked at the doctor, who froze. "They're coming back," the alien said, panic in his voice. "You must control yourself. Hide what you are." The young man's body shook as another wave of power rushed through him. He could feel the serum pushing at his limits, begging to be released. He bit his lip hard, forcing himself to breathe slowly. He tried to calm his racing heart, to smother the glow beneath his skin. The door hissed open. 4 guards stepped inside, their weapons slung across their backs. Their black eyes scanned the room, suspicious. One of them pointed at the human. "Status?" he asked sharply. The doctor stepped forward quickly. "Stable. Subject shows no reaction." The guard's gaze lingered on the human, who kept his head low. Inside, however, his body trembled. He could feel the serum's power, rising again, like a storm he could barely contain. The guard's hand drifted toward the scanner at his belt. The doctor's face went pale. If the guard used it now, the glow inside the human's body would be exposed. The human's eyes flicked up for a moment, meeting the guard's. In that instant, something new sparked inside him. A strange pressure built behind his eyes, and the guard suddenly froze mid-step as if stunned. The scanner slipped from his fingers, clattering to the floor. The doctor's jaw dropped. He stared at the human with disbelief. The young man quickly lowered his gaze, pretending nothing happened. The other guards didn't notice the moment, but the doctor had. After a tense silence, the guards turned and left, muttering quietly to each other. The door closed behind them. The doctor rushed to the human, whispering with urgency. "What did you do? What did you just do?" The young man shook his head. "I don't know. I just looked at him." The doctor's voice trembled. "Then, it is true. The serum is not just inside you, it is becoming you. You carry a power none of us ever expected." The human's chest throbbed again. He looked down at his glowing veins, his fists trembling. A dangerous thought crept into his mind. Maybe the serum was not a mistake. Maybe it chose me. And for the first time, he wondered if keeping it secret would be harder than anyone imagined. The OR. Laboratory lights dimmed as the young human sat back on the cold metal table. His chest still pulsed with a faint glow, the energy deep inside him refusing to stay hidden. The alien doctor paced nervously, his long fingers pressed against his temples. "You cannot lose control again," the doctor whispered sharply. "That spark you used on the guard. If anyone noticed, we are both dead." The young man clenched his fists. "I didn't mean to. It just happened." "That is worse," the doctor said. "It means you don't control it. It controls you." Before the human could answer, an alarm echoed through the corridors outside. A deep, mechanical sound rolled through the walls, followed by flashing red lights above the door. Both of them froze. The doctor's face drained of color. "They know something." Heavy boots thundered closer. Voices shouted in the alien tongue. The young man's sharpened hearing caught their words. Search, containment, breach. His stomach dropped. "They're coming for me," he said. The doctor rushed forward, gripping his arm. You must run. If they scan you now, they will see everything. Go before it's too late. But where? The human demanded. This place is a maze. I don't even know where I am. The alien doctor pressed a hidden panel on the wall. A narrow passage opened, dark and lined with pipes. The smell of metal and oil drifted out. This will take you to the service tunnels. From there, maybe you can reach the outside. The human hesitated. What about you? The doctor's black eyes softened, just for a moment. If I stay, I can delay them. If I leave, they will know I betrayed them. This is the only way. Now go. The pounding footsteps grew louder. Without another word, the human slipped into the tunnel. The wall closed behind him just as the lab door hissed open. He pressed himself against the cold pipes, listening as guards stormed the room he had just left. Through the walls he could hear everything. The guards shouting, the doctor's quick lies, the beeping of scanners. His sharpened senses painted a picture in his mind, every sound like a piece of a puzzle. He clenched his jaw. The serum was changing him, but in this moment, it kept him alive. He moved carefully through the tunnel, his footsteps light. The pipes rattled above his head, steam hissing from the cracks. The air grew hotter the deeper he went. Behind him, more voices echoed. They were searching the tunnels, too. He was not safe. His heart pounded. He turned left, then right. Every corner the same. Metal walls, shadows, glowing maintenance lights. The tunnel seemed endless. Then suddenly he heard it. The sound of boots again. Not behind him this time. Ahead. He froze, eyes narrowing. The serum inside him pulsed. Warning. Him. He crouched low, his breath steady. In the distance, 2 alien guards stood at a junction, scanning the tunnels with their glowing devices. If he turned back, the ones chasing him would find him. If he moved forward, those 2 would see him. He was trapped. The pulsing in his chest grew stronger. He pressed his hand against it, trying to calm the energy. But it only burned hotter, pushing against his skin like fire. His vision sharpened once again, the world glowing with strange light. He could see the guards' heartbeats, fast and steady. He could feel the flow of energy in their scanners. And deep inside, the serum whispered, "Use me." "No," he muttered under his breath. Not again. But the guards were coming closer, their scanners sweeping the walls. He had no choice. The serum surged through him. His body tensed, muscles hardening with unnatural strength. His breathing slowed, and suddenly, time seemed to stretch. Every movement of the guards became clear, every step a slow echo. He darted forward faster than he thought possible. The first guard barely saw him before a strike to the chest sent him crashing into the wall. The second tried to raise his weapon, but the human's hand shot out, twisting it away with impossible force. The guard gasped, struggling, but the young man's eyes glowed faintly as he locked his gaze. The guard froze, his body stiffening as if paralyzed by invisible chains. With a shove, the human sent him sprawling. The serum's power faded slightly, leaving him panting, his chest glowing like a burning coal. He looked down at his hands, horrified. What am I becoming? He didn't wait for an answer. He ran deeper into the tunnels, the sound of alarms echoing behind him. Now the entire base would be hunting him. The pipes twisted upward, leading to a hatch. He climbed quickly, forcing it open with a burst of strength. Cool air rushed against his face. For the first time since waking, he saw the outside. Dark skies filled with stars, and far below the glowing lights of an alien city. But there was no time to wonder. Shouts rang out behind him. Guards were climbing into the tunnel. The chase was no longer inside the lab. It had just begun out here, in the vast alien world he didn't understand. And as he stepped into the night, the serum inside him whispered again, "You cannot run forever." The young human crouched on the rooftop of a tall alien building, breathing hard. The night sky above him glowed with 2 moons and thousands of strange stars. Below, the alien city stretched endlessly, towers of steel and glass, glowing streets filled with creatures of all shapes and colors. Vehicles with bright engines hovered through the air, and neon lights painted everything in blue and green. But none of it felt safe. Alarms still echoed in the distance. Search drones buzzed across the rooftops, their red eyes scanning the darkness. Somewhere behind him, alien guards were already on the hunt. The serum inside his body pulsed like fire, every heartbeat louder than the last. His veins glowed faintly in the dark, and he clenched his fists to hide it. He knew he couldn't stay still for long. A soft voice broke through the silence. "Over here." The human turned quickly, ready to fight, but instead of guards, he saw the alien doctor stepping out from the shadows. His pale blue skin reflected the moonlight, and his black eyes glimmered with urgency. Somehow the doctor had escaped too. "You shouldn't be here," the human hissed. "They're searching everywhere." The doctor shook his head. "I had to find you. You still don't understand what you carry inside." The human's chest throbbed again, the glow spreading across his ribs. He gritted his teeth. "Then tell me, no more lies. What did you put in me?" The doctor hesitated, then whispered. The serum was not just for soldiers, it was created for something far worse. A weapon meant to reshape life itself. The young man froze. "A weapon?" "Yes," the alien said. "My people tried to design a force that could make us invincible. It would rewrite the body, repair wounds, grow new strength. But it failed. Every alien body rejected it, turning against itself. It killed us." The human's stomach turned. He remembered the lifeless bodies in the lab, victims of that failure. "But in me," he whispered. "In you it thrives," the doctor said grimly. "Your human biology doesn't reject it. Instead, it adapts. You are proof of something terrifying, that humanity may carry a hidden power even we do not understand. That is why no one must know." The young man looked down at his glowing veins, his chest still pulsing like a second heart. His fists trembled. "So you're saying I'm a weapon?" The alien's face was tense. "You are more than that. You are living proof that humans can endure what we cannot. If my people learn this, they will not stop until they tear the secret from your body. And once they have it, they will use it to build an army, one that no species could resist." The words sank into him like stone. He wasn't just different, he was dangerous. His very existence could start a war. He backed away, shaking his head. "I didn't ask for this. I don't want to be your weapon." The doctor's eyes softened. "I know, but it is not about what you want. It is about what you are becoming. The serum will not stop. It will keep changing you until you learn to master it, or it consumes you." The human's breathing grew heavy. He remembered the guard he had stunned without touching, the strength in his fists, the vision that showed him energy no one else could see. The changes weren't slowing down. They were accelerating. From the streets below, a siren wailed. Spotlight swept across the rooftop, forcing them both into the glow. A drone had spotted them. The doctor grabbed his arm. "You must move. If they capture you, it is over." The human's pulse surged. Energy rushed through his chest, spreading into his limbs. Without thinking, he grabbed a steel pipe beside him and swung it at the drone. The strike was so fast, so strong, the drone exploded in midair, raining sparks across the rooftop. The human stared at his hands in shock. The strength hadn't just doubled. It had multiplied beyond anything he thought possible. The doctor's face was pale. "Do you see now? That is why they fear you." The human looked at him, anger burning in his voice. "No, they don't fear me. They fear what I could become." The sound of more drones filled the air. Dozens of red lights swarmed the sky, all heading toward the rooftop. The city below was alive with shouts and sirens. The hunt had truly begun. The doctor turned toward a stairwell, motioning urgently. "We must leave. The truth is clear now. You carry a dangerous secret. If they catch you, it will not only kill you, it could doom your entire race." The human clenched his fists, his veins glowing brightly now. For the first time, he felt not just fear, but defiance. He wasn't going to let himself be hunted like an animal. As the swarm of drones closed in, he whispered to himself, If they want the truth, they'll have to catch me first. And with the doctor at his side, he leapt into the shadows of the alien city, the serum burning inside him like a living fire. The night sky above the alien city glowed red with sirens. Search drones swarmed through the air, their sharp beams cutting across rooftops. Voices echoed from the streets below, soldiers, shouting orders in their alien tongue. The hunt was no longer secret. Everyone knew someone had escaped the laboratory. The young human crouched behind a metal vent, his chest pulsing with that strange light. The alien doctor knelt beside him, whispering quickly, "We cannot stay on the rooftops. They will trap us. We must go down into the streets." The human shook his head. "If we go down there, they'll see us." "They will see us no matter where we go," the doctor replied. "But down there at least we can lose them in the crowd." The human peeked over the edge. The city was alive even at night. Strange alien creatures filled the glowing streets, walking, shouting, moving through markets lit with neon signs. Hover vehicles drifted above the roads and massive towers loomed in the distance. He realized the city was not just advanced, it was endless. A drone's beam swept dangerously close. The human's pulse surged, and without thinking, he grabbed the doctor's arm. "Fine, let's go." They leapt from the rooftop, landing hard in a narrow alley. The impact should have broken his legs, but the serum cushioned the fall. He rose quickly, amazed at his own strength. The doctor led him through the shadows, weaving between metal crates and glowing pipes. But the sirens grew louder. Soldiers were pouring into the area. "Faster," the doctor urged. "They are closing in." The human's senses burned with intensity. He could hear boots clanging on metal walkways, the whirring of drones above, even the faint hum of weapons charging. The serum inside him whispered, "Fight, not flee." But he shook his head. Not yet. They burst out of the alley and into a wide market. Bright lights flashed. Alien citizens turned in surprise as the human stumbled through, his strange features drawing stares. The doctor kept close, pulling him toward another exit. Then a shout rang out. "There!" Guards pushed through the crowd, weapons raised. The market erupted in chaos. Merchants scattered, creatures shrieked, and stalls collapsed as the soldiers stormed forward. The human's chest pulsed harder. His veins glowed faintly again. The serum wanted to be unleashed. The first guard fired. A bolt of energy streaked toward him, but the human's body moved before his mind did. He twisted aside with impossible speed, the bolt missing him by inches. Gasps erupted around him. The second guard lunged, but the human struck back. His fist collided with the alien's armor, and the soldier flew backward as if hit by a blast wave, crashing through a stall of glowing fruit. The crowd screamed. The doctor grabbed his arm. "Stop, if they see your power, it's over." But it was already too late. Every guard had seen. Their eyes widened in fear. One shouted into a comm, his voice trembling. "They know," the doctor whispered. "Now they will never stop." The human's blood boiled. He spun, striking the ground with his fist. A crack split the metal floor, sending shockwaves that knocked two guards off their feet. Sparks flew and smoke filled the air. "Run!" the doctor shouted. They fled through the smoke, sprinting into another alley. The human's body moved faster than ever, his legs like pistons, his lungs burning but tireless. He wasn't just surviving, he was outrunning the hunters with power they couldn't match. But the serum wasn't done. His vision shifted again. He could see glowing lines through the walls, energy pipes, power conduits, and the pulsing signals of drones nearby. It was as if the city itself had become transparent, its secrets laid bare before him. He grabbed the doctor's arm and pulled him down a side path. "This way. I can see where the drones are moving." The alien stumbled, shocked. "You can see them?" "I don't know how," the human admitted. "But I can." They weaved through dark tunnels and maintenance passages. Each time soldiers came close, the human sensed them and led the doctor away just in time. But the further they ran, the hotter the serum burned inside him. His body wasn't just adapting anymore, it was demanding release. Finally, they reached a massive barrier gate at the edge of the district. Beyond it, the city opened into wild, unguarded terrain. Freedom. But the gate was locked tight, sealed with heavy metal bars and glowing alien locks. The doctor cursed. "We can't break it. It's impossible." The human stepped forward, his eyes glowing faintly. "Not for me." He placed his hands against the gate. The serum surged through his veins like lightning. Muscles tightened, bones strained, and energy poured into his arms. With a roar, he pulled. The metal groaned. Sparks erupted. And then, with one final surge, the bars ripped apart. The gate crashed open, leaving a jagged hole wide enough to pass. The doctor stared in shock. "By the stars!" But the human didn't stop to marvel. He dragged the doctor through the gap just as soldiers flooded the passage behind them. They stumbled into the wild terrain beyond the city, the night air cool against their skin. The city lights glowed behind them, sirens still screaming. But ahead lay silence and open land. The human collapsed to his knees, chest burning, the glow beneath his skin brighter than ever. The serum throbbed like it was alive. The doctor knelt beside him. "You see now, don't you? There is no hiding anymore. What you carry cannot be kept secret. The question is not whether they find out. The question is, what will you do when they do?" The human clenched his glowing fists, staring into the dark horizon. He didn't know the answer, but one thing was certain. The chase was over. The real fight was about to begin. The night was silent beyond the city walls. The human and the alien doctor stumbled into the barren landscape, leaving the glowing towers behind them. The stars above stretched endlessly, and the two moons painted the land in pale silver light. The human's chest still burned. The glow beneath his skin pulsed brighter than ever, almost impossible to hide now. He collapsed to one knee, clutching his ribs. The serum inside him was no longer quiet. It was alive, moving, pushing, demanding. The doctor knelt beside him, his voice urgent. "You cannot keep fighting it like this. The serum is not poison anymore. It is part of you. If you resist it, it will tear you apart." The human shook his head. Sweat dripped from his forehead. "I don't want it. I don't want to be some weapon for your people." The doctor's dark eyes softened. "Then perhaps you must choose to be a weapon for your own people." The words cut deep. He thought of Earth, of humanity, of a home far away that had no idea what he was becoming. Was he still human at all? Or something new? Behind them, the distant hum of engines filled the air. Search ships had left the city. Their spotlights swept across the empty land, searching. The hunt wasn't over. It had only grown larger. The human rose to his feet, his veins glowing blue and white. His fists shook with energy. For a moment, the doctor stepped back, afraid. "You feel it, don't you?" the alien whispered. "The strength, the vision, the control. You are changing faster than anyone imagined." The human's eyes burned faintly now, glowing like coals. His hearing sharpened further. He could hear the soldiers in the ships above speaking into their comms. He could feel the weight of their weapons, sense the electricity running through their engines. His mind reached out instinctively, touching those currents, and for a moment, the lights inside one of the ships flickered. He gasped, clutching his head. "I can feel them. The machines. The energy." The doctor's expression turned grim. "Then the serum is giving you more than strength. It is giving you command. You are not just a soldier, you are a link between life and the power around it." The human didn't know if it was a gift or a curse, but he knew one thing. The aliens feared it, feared him. The ships drew closer, their spotlights sweeping across the rocks. One beam landed on him and shouts erupted from the sky. "They've found us," the doctor said. The human clenched his fists. "Then let them come." The serum surged. His body straightened, glowing veins spreading across his arms, chest, and neck. His heart thundered like a war drum. The energy inside him demanded release. The first ship fired. A bolt of energy streaked toward him, but he raised his hand and to his own shock the blast bent midair, curving harmlessly into the ground. Sparks exploded around him, but he was untouched. The doctor's jaw dropped. Impossible. The human roared, thrusting both hands upward. Energy erupted from his palms, striking the ship. Its engines screamed, systems shutting down as sparks showered into the night. The vessel spiraled, crashing into the sand with a deafening explosion. The other ships hesitated. For the first time, the hunters knew fear. The human's breathing was heavy, his body trembling, but the serum whispered louder than ever. "This is only the beginning." The doctor's voice shook. "Do you see? You are not just surviving. You are rewriting what it means to be human." The human looked down at his glowing hands. He remembered the doctor's warning. No one can know. But now, that secret seemed impossible to keep. If the aliens feared him this much, what would humanity do if they learned the truth? The ships regrouped, circling overhead, but they did not fire again. Instead, they pulled back, keeping their distance. They were afraid to get closer. The human turned to the doctor, his voice steady despite the storm inside him. "You said, this serum was meant to create soldiers, but it didn't work on your people, it only works on mine." The doctor nodded slowly. "Yes, and that is why your kind will be hunted. If the High Council learns, they will bring war to Earth itself. They will not allow humans to carry this power." The human clenched his jaw. A vision flashed in his mind. Armies of aliens marching. On Earth, humans unprepared, destroyed before they understood why. His blood boiled. "No," he said firmly. "If they come for Earth, they'll regret it." The doctor studied him for a long moment, then spoke softly. "You are not human anymore. You are something new, a bridge between species. The question is, will you save your people or destroy them?" The human stared at the glowing horizon, the serum still pulsing through him like fire. His future was uncertain, his body no longer his own. But one truth burned brighter than the rest. The secret was out, and whatever he had become, it was only the beginning. Far above, in the blackness of space, unseen ships moved silently. Larger than cities bristling with weapons, they turned their attention toward the distant blue planet called Earth. The real war had already started.